How does God heal us? By the way, the best way to heal someone is loving. Love has the immense power of entering our hearts, modifying our thoughts. And after it changes our thoughts, it naturally changes what we feel. And what you feel is a fruit of what you think. That's why St. Paul said so wisely that conversion begins in mind. This is where we change what we feel. You can't change what you feel and then modify what you think. It is always the opposite. The path is different. Modifies what you think, purifies your thoughts and feelings, will naturally be more ordained and harmonious. This is why the healing that Jesus performed always began in the mind. He looked at that person and returned to her. It gave her a new way of thinking. Yes, Magdalene was like this. That woman was about to be stoned because she thought herself in a different way, very different from the way she deserved to be thought. And of course, the feeling she had for herself was a feeling of contempt, of shame. And no one can win having ashamed of oneself. Jesus needed to modify the way she thought herself. She was accepting that conviction because she believed it was human waste, that she deserved nothing but those stones. It was natural for Magdalene to feel the contempt of that people and accept it. If she thought, no, I don't deserve this contempt, those who despised her would lose their strength. Because sometimes we find that what offends us comes from outside. Yes, part of the offense comes from the one who tells him, but this is where it reaches. If you do not accept the offense, it will not hurt you. It is the thought that shields you, that protects you from all that can harm you. If you want to destroy someone, just put an obsessive thinking against them in id. Just fill with defects all the time. It's just you overlook all the time since childhood, and it will grow like this, without any love, without any respect for yourself. This is the great trap of the devil. Put a self-appreciation in each of us, addicting us, undermining our will, removing our self-love, because that is how he wins, making us think that we do not deserve it, that not, and several others that do not, justifies the way you think, and you will have no more noble feelings, modifies the way you think, and you will start to win a little more than you have won. Allow this same look that raised Magdalena lift you too. Yes, because we are all victims of our thoughts. We thought very badly. I, as a priest, my people, I hear the backstage of humanity, and it's impressive how people are much worse than they are. I don't know when we start having a self-appreciation and we are disguising it, makeup, but he is inside, killing us, removing us addiction, life, addicting us to what destroys us. How contradictory you see a person choosing what kills you. With all due respect to those who smoke, those who drink, it is an insanity to play within you a substance that you know that kills you, that does not favor your body, a source of diseases. It's amazing how we get used to what kills us when you allow laziness to take over your body, when you get more and more sedentary, unwilling to take care of you. Oh my God! You are your greatest heritage. If you do not love yourself, if you do not take care, you will not be able to do this to others. At some point in life, we started to despise. We started to give justifications, all because we think so. And you started to feel a feeling that does not favor you. Conversion is that we change our thoughts so that these thoughts begin to sprout and generate feelings that build us. I look at you up here and see a bunch of people just like me. We were wrong in the same causes, for the same causes. We suffer for the same reasons and rejoice for them. I've been here for about a half hour. And you have applauded me many times since I stepped here. A demonstration of affection, respect, reverence to what I do, what I am, what I sing, what I say. I feel very loved, but I look at you and feel like doing the same thing. I don't know when you were applauded for the last time, but I look at you and I see a person who had to win many battles to be who you are. A person who was certainly very betrayed. A person who has suffered a lot, who suffers from the feelings he has, who suffers because he thinks wrong, suffers because he is alone. I look at you, how many battles you have spent in this life that I don't know. How many sleepless nights, how many loves they didn't work out, how many betrayals, how many failures. And you are here before me in the same way Magdalena was before Jesus. I am also Magdalene. I also have the same sins she had. I also made the same mistakes. And Jesus once looked in my eyes and made me believe I was a viable project. I believe it every day. You know why? Because if I had access to God, it was not because I entered the front door. I thank God was always part of the excluded, those who were not very accredited, those who tripped security and entered because I knew it deserved to be there. That's why I identify with those on the sidelines, because I'm one of them. And this God that I met through Jesus never left a heart on the sideline. He had a special appreciation for those who despised themselves, for those who they didn't know how to hit the way. Ah, my people. If Jesus looked like this to so many people, why can't you look at you and you? I say again, just as you applaud me, I would like today to applaud you too, for the life you have ever lived, for the failures you've ever lived, for the victories you have experienced, and the right you have to be here, saying that everything is His. What you got and what you missed. I don't know what miracle you need. I don't know what the need you have. But one thing, we are all the same that night. We all need to think a little better. You have many pessimisms about you, and that prevents you from going forward. You despise too much. It has a huge ease of putting your failures on the wall, and I keep looking at him every day. Allow the Lord to heal your thoughts today. And you get less pessimistic. You will start to believe a little more about the people around you. Allow today the look of Jesus to start his pessimism. Your self-appreciation. You need to love yourself. You are so cute. So cute. God whims about you so much. I started downscut over time, but no problem. His love does not go through this. This belly you'll lose if you want. There is a way to lose your belly. The problem is character. It is the character that makes the difference in us. You are special. I know you've missed a lot. All of us. Don't feel worse. If you could hear people as I listen to, you will understand that we are all the same. I am 16 years old by priests. I never heard a different sin. They are all the same. This is why we Christians can never feed this nonsense that we are better than others. No. Still now, I was just giving an interview and said, "Father, how do you understand a carnival with religious songs?" He said, "My son, I have so much respect for the joy of others. I have so much respect for the true joy. And I don't delude myself. Sometimes in Marquesa de Sapucaí, there are much more honest people than in my sacristices, many more Christian people than within the church. Who am I to judge the joy of the other? No! I want to know what I do with my life. This is concerned with me. There in Belo Horizonte, there was a sign that I found great. Campaign for life. Each one takes care of his. Isn't that fantastic? We start taking care of a little more of our lives, and let the other make the choices he's making, and we support the time he needs to be next door. Ah, you've already despised yourself for the mistakes you made. So as to, you are much more than your mistakes. It's not fair to you to stop your life, to stop your ability to love, because some things didn't work out. Then allow today Jesus to perform this miracle. The carnival miracle. It removes your fantasy and puts you in a much better reality which has lived so far. You deserve. Take a look at those who are on the side. Give him this message. Speak like this. Your face doesn't help. Your past condemns you. I know what you did last summer, although it's summer all year round. I know what you did in the last hell. But today, I have good news to give you. Now look well in that person's eyes and says so. God has not yet given up on you, and does not intend to give up. Create shame on this face. Animate yourself, because life is just beginning. I am now saying that the miracle God performs in us is to heal our thought, and nothing better to heal the thoughts that live surrounded by people who love us. A good friend, a good father, a good brother, no matter what is the bond, a good husband, a good wife, a good son, a good mother, a good father, good boyfriend, good girlfriend who makes him think different. Good priest too. Someone who interferes with the way you think. Do you know that person who passes soap in your face every now and then you need it? Stop walking after him. He doesn't want to know about you. That returns your self-esteem, right? This dating ends. This is not dating. This is kidnapping. You deserve something better. And you have someone. What do you love here today? What does it represent? A little of this healing that God realizes in your life. I'm seeing some walk, just like the bunch of Mandriva, right? Then you are too good. When we come and we know that we are surrounded by people who want us well, if you want to know who your real friend is, just think so. You are my friend, if it makes me a friend of Jesus. If you make this bridge with me, it's my real friend. Fight every once in a while, okay? Don't you fight? There is no way, right? Living with her is too difficult. But it doesn't give up her. This is love, my people. Love is not gathering perfect people. No, love is to gather people who forgive themselves. That is to love. That is to be loved. It's not perfect, no. We are friends with forgiveness. Gustavo and I. To heaven with me. To receive this blessing. Lord be with you. Bestowed upon us the blessing that transforms us, which verifies us, which puts in our hearts serenity, in our thoughts harmony, which expels from us all that may be oppressive.